But then I just got curious about like how much raw honey Paul Saladino is eating every day, because a lot of times in his videos, he'll show himself eating entire spoonfuls. And so I found a page on his site where he lists everything that he's eating. And not only is Paul Saladino eating 10 tablespoons of raw honey per day, he's also eating fruit and raw dairy. And when you add it all up, it's 200 grams of sugar per day. Now, even the most sugar heavy animals hardly come close to this, with the exception of maybe like hummingbirds, if you're accounting for the difference in body weight. And then on top of that, I started adding up the weight of everything he's eating. And the crazy thing is that even though the dude is claiming to be an animal-based expert, he's eating almost 50% vegan. But back to the sugar, you have to ask yourself, like, for someone who wrote the Carnivore Code, claimed that it was like the greatest diet ever, why does he suddenly need this massive amount of sugar? Well, it's like what we were talking about at the beginning of the video. Paul is just constantly hyping him up to this supernatural level of energy with his ultra intense workouts and his constantly posting social media videos. And so it's obvious that his body just can't keep up with his metabolic needs, and the only way that he can meet those needs is just by eating pure sugar. A really helpful way to think about this is like building a fire, and traditional Chinese medicine has been using this a long time to explain digestion. But essentially, if you're thinking about how to start a fire, you might start with some twigs, which could be fruit, and then, I don't know, if you want to start it very quickly, you'd pour some lighter fluid on there, right, which makes this huge whoosh. And the lighter fluid is sugar. You know, your body can metabolize it almost instantly into energy, at which point you could start throwing some larger sticks and then some logs on there, which would be like high-fat animal-based. And if you just leave it alone for a little while, you've got this nice gentle rising of energy, and then it's steady and it's steady and it's steady, and you could just put more logs on it, right? Because you've got strong digestion, strong fire. But essentially what Paul is doing with his high-sugar diet is just constantly pouring gasoline, you know, lighter fluid onto the fire. And if you imagine seeing this in real life, you would just look at the person, you're like, dude, what are you doing? You've got this great fire going. Why are you continuing to pour gasoline on it? And well, we all know where this story ends. It ends with the Liver King, and with a fire, it ends with just having a bunch of char and ash. It ends with completely burning yourself out for no reason whatsoever.